All right, we're about to dive into this incredibly dark tale of a remote village and the terrifying secret it's holding. A secret so profound, it has literally silenced the sound of children's laughter, replacing it with this unsettling, heavy quiet.
So I want you to picture this. You're a government official, sent out on what should be a simple assignment. But the second you arrive, you know something is deeply, deeply wrong. The village is silent. And I don't just mean quiet. I mean it feels wrong. Why? Because all the children are gone, vanished. This is where our story kicks off, with a mystery that hints at something truly unimaginable. Now, this isn't just some old superstition they tell around the campfire. Oh no. This is a terrifying ironclad rule that this village lives by, a rule that demands an absolutely unspeakable price. And our investigator? He's about to find out exactly what it means to live in the shadow of that rule. Okay, so let's meet our main guy. His name is Rakesh, a government official who thinks he's just on a routine assignment. He's heading to this remote village, probably thinking it's just another day at the office. He has no idea how wrong he is. So on paper, his mission is simple, almost boring. Find out why the school enrollment has suddenly dropped off a cliff. But he's about to learn that this place doesn't play by the government's rules. They have their own set of rules, and they are ancient, brutal, and have nothing to do with paperwork. Right away, Rakesh hits a wall. Every question he asks is met with silence. The village head is completely evasive, and there's this chilling vibe everywhere he goes. He's even told pretty directly to back off, or he'll become prey. But Rakesh can feel it in his gut. Something is terribly, terribly wrong here. To really understand what's happening in this village, we've got to understand their god. So this is no kind, loving deity. This is Moloch, a terrifying entity with the body of a man, the head of a buffalo, and, get this, a literal furnace burning inside its stomach. This is a god of extremes, feast or famine, and its favor has to be won, no matter the cost. And here is the villagers' twisted logic. To them, this isn't murder. It's a gruesome transaction, a deal. They sacrifice a child, and in return, Moloch blesses them with good harvests and keeps them healthy. But if they refuse, the god sends a curse, famine, plague, death. And the man enforcing this brutal bargain is the village high priest, a guy named Aghoram. Can you even imagine hearing these words? This is what they say to justify the unjustifiable. This is how they comfort a mother as her child is literally being taken from her arms. They've managed to twist this horrific act into a noble sacrifice, a so-called necessary evil for the greater good. So as the total outsider in this closed-off community, Rakesh starts to carefully peel back these thick layers of fear and secrecy. And what he finds underneath is so much more horrifying than he ever could have imagined. After days of that suffocating, creepy silence, Rakesh finally hears it, the sound of children's voices. It must have been such a relief, you know? He follows the sound, probably hoping to find some shred of normalcy. But what he finds instead is a truly chilling sign of just how sick this village has become. This is the moment. This is when the true depth of the horror really hits Rakesh. He asks the kids what they're playing, and one of them just casually says, "We're playing the sacrifice game." The most awful ritual imaginable has been normalized so much that it's become a children's game. The evil here isn't just a secret. It's being passed down to the next generation. That absolutely chilling discovery is the last straw. It pushes Rakesh to confront the one man at the very center of this village's fear, the powerful priest, Aghoram. And right here, you can just see the two worlds colliding. You've got Rakesh, a man of logic, reason, the outside world, and he's going up against Aghoram, a man who represents ancient tradition and a belief in a power that modern people just can't understand. It's a clash between facts and this terrifying faith. But Aghoram's power isn't just talk. It's real, and it's malicious. While they're talking, Rakesh suddenly starts to feel dizzy. His words start to slur. Aghoram doesn't even have to raise his voice. He uses this subtle, terrifying display to show Rakesh exactly who's in control here. You know, the village's nightmare has now officially seeped into Rakesh's own mind. That night, he dreams of the Moloch statue, its furnace belly just roaring with fire. He wakes up with his heart pounding, and then he sees it. A real fire, burning out in some distant ruins. He knows, he just knows, he has to go there. So he follows the light to these dark ruins. He hides behind a wall and witnesses Aghoram's ritual. This is it. He confronts him, finally demanding to know where the missing children are. And this is the moment the whole ugly truth comes spilling out. Aghoram confesses. This was never about protecting the village. It was about power, his own personal, selfish lust for immortality, a desire so all-consuming that he was willing to sacrifice innocent children to get it. Talk about the ultimate betrayal. The man they all thought was their protector was actually their tormentor. The one they looked to for salvation was the one causing all their suffering. Aghoram wasn't a priest. He was a predator, a sorcerer who was creating the plagues himself just to trick them. But here's where Aghoram's arrogance gets the best of him. In his big moment of triumph, confessing everything, he has no idea he has an audience. The villagers, the very people he's been terrorizing, followed Rakesh, and they've heard every single word.
And just like that, justice comes. It is swift and it is absolutely brutal. All that fear the villagers had, it instantly turns into a righteous rage. They seize Aghoram and they deliver the perfect end to their tormentor. They throw him into the furnace of his own fake god.
With Aghoram gone, it seems like the nightmare is finally over. A fragile peace settles over the village, and for the first time in years, the sound of children's laughter is back. You'd think the curse was finally lifted. But evil has a nasty habit of sticking around. 1 year later, a new figure emerges from the shadows. It's Aghoram's son, and he's there to continue his father's dark legacy. The cycle, it seems, is about to begin all over again.
And this final, chilling question just leaves us hanging, doesn't it? It forces you to wonder, what if the true monster wasn't a god or a sorcerer, but something much deeper? The evil that just lurks in the human heart, an evil that can be passed down, always waiting for another chance to rise again.